How exactly did Eren Kruger know about Mikasa and Armin? What type of Titan good stuff was he smoking? So what's up guys, Foxen here. Attack on Titan theory time. This time let's look at the mysterious Eren Kruger. So I've seen this question a lot from you within the last 2 months in some form or another. As we're getting close to the end of Attack on Titan, Eren Kruger is getting super popular. By the way, do be sure to give a colossal thumbs up and subscribe. You could enjoy juicy Attack on Titan videos here every week. Anyway, let's get started. So for this, there are actually 2 theory explanations, and right now I'm feeling almost 50-50 on both of them. But surprisingly, the first one of these always comes down to being a Titan power, whether that's a founding Titan, attack Titan, or some general Titan ability. This really all going back to that Titan path connection. If you recall, this Titan path connection does connect all Eldians, with the center point being the founding Titan. However, does this also mean that to some extent every one Eldian is eventually connected to any other one Eldian? For example, Eren being linked to best girl Armin. To further show this linking, let me bring back Attack on Titan episode 1 that showed Eren getting some sudden memory. At this time, Eren saw 2 future events to come, one being his mama being Titan food by the Smiling Titan, and another key one being Hannes dying. And yes, there were other stuff here, but right now let's just focus on these 2 things. Somehow Eren was able to see these 2 tragic incoming events, horrible deaths that he would witness later. Next up, I do want to bring this up from Attack on Titan Season 3. Recall back to when Eren was knocked out. He saw Frida in the mirror getting all pretty, or more specifically, a past memory. The only difference with this memory was, Frida Reiss here seemed to notice that Eren was watching. Ooh, super creepy. By the way, a bit of a quick side note here. Notice how Eren was part of 2 of these scenes. However, the one combining factor was that all of them involved royal blood people, specifically royal blood females. So could being royal blood and being a female player play a deeper part into this? I got a feeling that's gonna come up later. Anyway, what does this all mean? This really goes back to the Titan path connection that links all Eldians to one another, regardless of time and space. Perhaps royal blood Eldians and Titan shifters get access to this higher quality Titan interweb. Assuming this is true, Eren Kruger somehow got sent this message by somebody. Most likely Eren in present day. Recently, a few of you brought up the idea that this could be related to a special attack Titan ability. Since, 1, we still don't know exactly what the attack Titan is supposed to do, but more importantly, the attack Titan does connect Eren Kruger with Eren Yeager. Although, to be honest, I don't necessarily think so. In general, all Eldians should be linked somehow. Recall that the center point for these connections should be the founding Titan. So regardless of Eren Kruger never having directly being linked to the founding Titan himself, specifically not being a founding Titan shifter, doesn't really matter at all. The founding Titan should pretty much have no restrictions, assuming the founding Titan shifter actually knows how to use its power. This means, in theory, Eren or any Titan shifter user should be able to send back a message or Titan memories into the past, or future. I really wouldn't be surprised if you saw this rogue Eren within 10 chapters, just randomly saying Mikasa and Armin to himself. Then it cuts off, or fricking Flock interrupts him. So, before getting into the second theory, definitely let me know your thoughts down below. How do you think that Eren Kruger knew about Eren and Mikasa? Was it due to some attack Titan special power? Or do you agree that it was most likely due to being on the founding Titan hotline? Post your theory down below. Right now we got under 20 chapters left before you find out the truth. Next up, getting into the equally second valid theory. This is actually something I brought up in the past, which involves Eren literally reliving past memories himself, and thereby influencing them. That line from Eren Kruger about Mikasa and Armin, could that have really just been Eren Yeager saying the line himself? In other words, he was getting this flashback, but he was voicing his own thoughts into this history that was playing inside of his mind. Looking back at the flashback, you got several instances of Eren taking the same position or stances as Papa Grisha, or even Eren, depending on who was talking. This really goes back to Eren literally reliving those events himself as he saw them. It is important for you to notice just how real this was for Eren. Recall back to the flashback when Grisha witnessed his wife being titanized. You literally saw Eren screaming out as he woke up from that awful nightmare, crying his balls out too. You could bet that Eren's thoughts and feelings were synced with what Grisha was experiencing at the time. So going back to the Frida Reiss example from Attack on Titan Season 3, while dazed, Eren got access to this Frida memory. This Frida scene actually worked for this theory too. What if Eren was in control here instead of Frida here? I mean, you heard his voice. Something else that you should take note of is that being chained up in this Titan crystal dungeon must have helped trigger it. In other words, the location being a key. If you go back to the Kruger example, what if later you get some flashback with Eren at the beach or pier area? He has his eyes closed, then Eren just says the line, "You gotta save Mikasa, Armin," and so on. I could see that coming. There is also something else important about this. I'll just toss it out. Whether this potentially has some effect on the actual past event. In other words, right now I'm just saying that Eren was influencing the past memory, not necessarily the past history itself. But what if by extension it does have some side consequences? I think that's a good question to wonder about, and definitely an interesting mystery. I mean, for the founding Titan, this whole Titan path connection could be the Titan user unknowingly sending a message back in time, or forward in time. Really makes you wonder whether Grisha, Zeke, or Eren Kruger ever did something similar. Next up, bonus time. Let's talk about the actual message itself. The topic here being Mikasa and Armin. If you want to save them all, Mikasa, Armin, and others, carry your mission to the end. What in the hell does this exactly even mean? Especially taking Rogue Eren into account. Alright, so getting a little bit out there. This actually brings in a possible time loop that could be happening in Attack on Titan. Now, I don't want to fully dive into this in this video. Just know there is a possibility that the Attack on Titan story is in some sort of repeating loop. A loop taking place every 2,000 years. Potentially with even subloops existing within this. So, how does the save Mikasa, Armin, and other line factor into this? There is the potential Mikasa, Armin, or some combination of the Survey Corps all dying in some major event coming up. Something like the Wall Colossal Titans being released. Or who knows, Marley or the world attacking Paradis Island. Who knows, potentially Armin and Mikasa could have died in some event earlier, in Attack on Titan Season 1, Season 2, or Season 3. In other words, you really start getting into this Steins Gate situation for Attack on Titan. Unfortunately, you don't have this Titan banana jello creating microwave, but instead you do have the Titan powers to send back memories after Eren goes down a terrible future path. And yes, if this turns out to be true, I could see a lot of people complaining about Attack on Titan copying another anime. Putting that issue aside for now, there is one potential glaring issue with this, which is Eren really only putting Mikasa and Armin on super high priority, even though he did mention others. What I'm really hinting at, what about what happened recently to Potato Girl Sasha? Eren Yeager was obviously very affected by her loss. Although not enough to rewrite history and try again? Could this perhaps mean that Eren only got the power to send back the save Mikasa or Armin message after the attack on Marley? Maybe. Either way, this is getting a little bit out there. So, going back to the original question, how exactly did Eren Kruger even know about Mikasa or Armin? I'll let you take your pick. Either the Titan memories being sent back by the Attack Titan or Founding Titan, this being from Eren Yeager or Papa Grisha Jaeger, or this whole event being this playback video of a past history for Eren after discovering the basement secrets. I'll let you decide. Anyway, more important are your thoughts. Question of the day. Which theory do you think is correct? Did Eren or someone else send their Titan memories back to Eren Kruger? Or was it all this super intense Titan past vision, with Eren influencing it? Does anyone see a third option, some other possibility? Definitely let me know down below. Anyway, be sure to give us a colossal thumbs up and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, there's juicy Attack on Titan videos here every week. Post down below any Attack on Titan topic or theory you want me to cover. Definitely don't miss my weekly Shield Hero or SAO videos. And, did Hollywood just get live action anime right? Check out my non-spoiler Alita review and I'll see you guys later.